We're launched. We're here.
Here we are. Josh, as I live, how are you?
It's kind of like a Groundhog's Day, isn't it?
It is.
We're living the last few seconds. But yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. How about yourself? All right?
Absolutely fine. Yeah, good. The sun is shining. St. David's Day tomorrow. Wales won at rugby. It's all happening. It's all good. It's all
nice one.
Yeah. So everything's good.
Good on you, mate. That's great.
Waiting on the fancy with bated breath. It reminds me of, I don't know if Marcel might remember this, or yourself, Josh, back in the old Citadel Journal days, many, many, many years ago, there was a comic strip called The Adventures of Caleb Dark. Caleb Dark, do you remember him?
I do.
And he was a rogue chaos warrior who was loyal to the no longer used and long missing chaos god Malal, the renegade god. And he was being hunted down by Jeek and Hellwood, the Chaos Brothers, okay, which were like a cheap sort of rip-off of the Blues Brothers from the early 80s. And there was one adventure where they caught up with him and they cornered him, and he was in like a cavern, and all the rocks started tumbling down, and the Chaos God Malal was above him like this, about to smite his foes, and we still haven't had the next episode. And we were, and I'm still lay awake wondering what happened to Caleb Dark. And with his, he had an axe with a pterodactyl's head. The axe was, and the Chaos Brothers. What happened to them? I don't know. The fans seem to get into that point now where I'm sort of such a bated breath, waiting for this big happening. Is it going to occur?
Well, how about you write the ending to that story, Owen?
Yeah, the Caleb Dark story.
That's it. It's set it there for you, mate. So I think they actually made a minute. They actually,
what happened when the Yes, indeed. I'd have to find the originals and go back and have a look at
good, mate. Do that. Yeah, do it. Yeah,
he was up there with Thrud the Barbarian and Gobbledygook, who was the like little goblin.
That's
sort
right.
Of, they had, didn't they?
Yeah,
but
that's right. Yeah.
Hey, now there's something. I mean, I bet some old Hammer fans there. Yeah. Sort of that's awakened an interest in them now about that. For 40 years he's been in that cavern. We waiting for him to see
I think we're sort of now waiting and just finalising everything. We've gone through all the proofreading. We've crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's. We just made everything sure that we want to make sure that everything's perfect before you launch it, because there's nothing worse in getting it out there and then realizing, oh, hang on, there's a mistake here, or there's a grammatical mistake, a spelling mistake. We've spelled someone's name wrong, or we've missed something, or something like that. So we want to make sure everything's perfect. Angel is working as hard as he can. But I've seen the final proof, as in the final sort of, just before launching in a PDF, and it looks absolutely wonderful. Marcel will testify to that as well. And we're really excited about it. And it's going to come very soon, probably early next week. But I don't want to put any sort of tentative date on it. I think early next week we'll see it, and then it'll just explode. I'm sure it's just going to just go off.
You get it right, guys. Get it right. Get it nice. Get it exactly as you want it. As you said, you don't want to put it out there and then there'd be a mistake or something that would really annoy you. So just get it right. Take your time with it. It's a labor of love. Don't let me put you under pressure.
I was going to say, is it another message from Owen saying when the bloody hell the magazine's going to come out? I don't know.
And we're still waiting on Caleb Dark. We can wait a few more days. We can wait a few more weeks. That'll be fine,
Yeah.
What's that next to you, John? Is that a droid or a heater?
Oh, this thing? Yeah, this is my toaster heater, mate. It's just quietly, humming away there and toasting my backside.
Ah, right. I thought you had like a little droid butler or something there.
Well, being in Japan would be perfect, wouldn't it? Like just give like voice commands or start just walking around or just, zooming around the room. Yeah.
It'd be great if you just turned around and got out the room there, wouldn't you? Come back with a whisk and a glass and you're back.
Josh, personal R2-D2.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It'd be great. So what are you painting, Marcel?
Bloody high elves.
Oh. Well, let's have a look again. Show us again. You'll have to speak with it, I think.
That's the driver of the chariot.
Yeah.
The chariot is quite a mess still. And I got also 8 Sword Masters of Hoeth. And I'm really, really happy because they are for the challenge. And I'm really happy if I got them done, because afterwards I only got these already ready, or not ready, but sorted out. And can't see it. That's here, Tyrion. And the last batch is the Dragon Princess. And if I painted them, 2,000 points of High Elves done. And that's my first fantasy Warhammer army I ever painted, thanks to the challenge.
Brilliant. Oh, well done, you. That's excellent. So have you been a player for, how long have you been playing Warhammer, Marcel?
The first game of Warhammer Fantasy Battles I ever played was with Josh for the battle report. Because I was a teenager in the 90s, and all the great stuff in the hobby store, the big boxes, they were all on top of the shelf, never in my reach because they were way too expensive for my pocket money. Yeah. And so I only got Hero Quest. That was my really first encounter with Warhammer, and later on with a few friends we played a lot of role-playing games and also Warhammer. And so I know the old world through a different way. And then a couple of years ago, a friend of mine saw me reading an old White Dwarf, because I just love the old magazines, all the pictures and battle reports is just so great. And then he said to me, "Hey, you like this old stuff? I got some in my cellar. You want to buy?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And then, give me a minute. He sold me his greenskins and this one.
Wow. Now there's a blast from the past. Look at that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and that's the army I'm now painting for the challenge, because they are exactly 2,000 points.
Yeah. Fantastic, man.
And that was the beginning of the end, because now I'm knee deep into Hero Hammer stuff. Thanks to Josh, I bought also Epic. And a lot of other armies. I've got now Greenskins, Dwarves, High Elves, Wood Elves, Empire. Yeah, it will never stop, I fear. And I'm also got most of the specialist games, because I'm really like the old stuff like Manowar and so on. Yeah.
That's brilliant, Marcel. Is that High Elf army, was it new in the box? Had it not been opened before?
It was opened, and some were attached to horses and so on, but they were the banners were still in the blister pack, and a pack of extra bases. So yeah, and he also sold me his old copy of the Warhammer 4th edition box with the goblins and high elves, and with all the rule books and leaflets here. Just great stuff.
That's amazing. So you were interested in Warhammer, but hadn't played until fairly recently then?
Yeah, that's true.
Incredible. Had you played, is there, excuse my ignorance, but is Games Workshop big in Germany? Are there many stores? Are there many places to go?
Yeah. In the smaller towns or cities, there are at least hobby stores that sell the stuff. And in the bigger cities, there are also Games Workshop stores. I mean, I only went to a few of them, because they also always got the new stuff. I just got there to grab a few paints or a new brush or so. But yeah, I would say 40K is now the big thing. Maybe I'm not so into the new stuff, so I don't really can tell.
Are you a member of a club, or do you play with friends? Or
yeah, we've got a club and a little club room or clubhouse or whatsoever, and we played all kind of crazy stuff, more historical games, I would say. The group I joined started with Flames of War, so World War II.
Yeah.
And then Saga. What's it called? Yeah, Frostgrave.
Yeah.
They are really nice guys. And the cool thing is you just can grab a game or even board games and go there and just, hey, you want to play? And then we sit there and play. Or it's big enough so we have different groups playing at the same time. That's no problem. But I'm the only crazy guy that is really into the old stuff. So, but that's fortunate because some of the guys just sold me their stuff they don't need anymore. So yeah.
They'll want it back. They'll want it back, Marcel. That's for sure. Sorry. Too late.
Yeah, it's painted.
Yeah. This is quadruple this price. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming on really well, though, Marcel. I think you're doing really well. That's going to be a lovely looking army when you're finished. It's going to be a beautiful piece, isn't it?
Yeah, and for my kind of next project, because I'm deeply in love with the 4th edition, I will try to paint all the greenskins for the scenario out of the starter box. And I got them all here, Grom the Punch and the Orc Shaman on the Wyvern. So yeah, just need some more time.
Brilliant.
I'm really happy if I'm finished with the elves because I can't stand them anymore. All these gemstones, they are just killing me. I mean, who put 13 gemstones on a war machine? Yeah, on these bolt thrower. No wonder dwarves hate elves. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
They're obviously quite rich, aren't they? Perhaps they could, they can buy. They're the only people who could afford Games Workshop things in the 90s. I think the elves, that's pulling up with their chest full of gems.
Yeah.
And yourself, Josh, how did your big 4-player game go?
Mate, brilliantly. I think it was probably one of the best games I've ever played in my life and history of the game. Yeah. And I'm so glad it was with my good friends. And it was like, we had the Skaven and the Dark Elves on one side, and we had the High Elves and the Empire on the other. And it was just a standard pitch battle, and we sort of just generated the terrain as always. And the game just unfolded beautifully. Like, just had like the most momentum things in it. Everything you would want and expect in a Warhammer game happened in that game because we drafted all the magic items as we always do because it's the most fun. And B, we had a dragon, a high elf lord and a dragon. We had the vermin lord for the Skaven, so he was like a greater demon. We had a dark elf sorceress on a Pegasus for the dark elves. We had a steam tank for the Empire and a volley gun. Like really iconic units, and it just played out beautifully. Like you have to see it. I won't spoil anything for anything. I think Marcel's already watched it, but yeah, if you're interested in it and you've got 80 minutes spare, go and treat yourself to some really crazy action in 5th edition Warhammer. Yeah,
and great crazy dice rolls also, of course.
Yeah, crazy dice rolls, of course. Yeah, and some really good reactions, I think.
Yeah. I've seen it there and I'll watch it this week, but it looked, just from the picture of on the video, it looked great. The armies looked fantastic and the board full of figures, that's tremendous, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. And how's your solo play going, mate? Your videos you're making at the moment?
Lonely.
And bloody cold by the sound of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yesterday it was in the sun. It was beautiful. I've got like a little conservatory at the back here, and the last couple of games, the rain has been hammering down on the roof, and but yesterday it was really warm. But no spoilers, just in case anyone's gonna sort of watch it. But things took a turn for the dark during the game yesterday. It was all going beautifully, and all of a sudden, it was really good. Actually, there's some stuff happened that I really didn't expect, and the story has gone in a way that I didn't think it would. And now I find myself thinking, which is good, because I've been following the campaign that's in the Rangers of Shadow Deep Deluxe book, but I've third game into it. But the next game will be one I'll devise myself, and
Okay.
I've already got some ideas for that as well. So I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, time permitting, because I'm quite busy with work and things like that. But time permitting, next weekend I am going to devise my own scenario, and I'll do that. But it's going really well. I think people are quite liking it. If anyone's watching, it's Adventures at the Time Between Times, Rangers of Shadow Deep playthrough with me, Owen Staten, and I'd really welcome anyone to come along and look. And it's becoming quite an interesting story, and I'm becoming quite attached to the characters. The characters are developing, and I am actually thinking more about the background and more about where they can go as well, because things are happening in the games which are totally randomly generated, that are taking the background stories and are fleshing out these characters in a really interesting way, and I'm really enjoying it, actually.
Mate, I'm still sad the dog died in the first one.
And the second one.
The second one too. Bloody hell.
To
be honest, I haven't seen the second one yet, so I need to watch that through the week, mate. Yeah, so the second and third one are on my to watch list this week. We'll
just let them all go and binge them on Netflix when they come up, Josh. Just binge them.
Mate, I don't have Netflix. I don't have Amazon Prime. I've cut all my ties with those subscriptions now, so I've got just YouTube, mate. So just you, Owen.
That's
but seeing the first video, mate, it's really high quality. It's really good visuals. You can see the board really nicely. The terrain looks great. Nice looking, interesting miniatures selection you've got there. Good characters, good sort of theme to the whole story.
Yeah.
And every character's got their own name and background. So yeah, I think people should go and check it out, because it's I've never seen Rangers of Shadow Deep played before, but now I've seen it on your channel. I really enjoyed it, and I really want to know more about it now.
Yeah, and as I said, I'll arrange a game shortly where you can join in as well, and we'll
cool.
run. That'd be nice. I'm still looking at ways in which to improve it. I don't know. There must be somebody viewing who could perhaps help me out. I'd like to have a second camera so you can see the dice rolls a little bit better.
Okay.
So I could do that with the dice rolls in the corner of the screen, perhaps.
We trust you. We trust you, mate.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, well, I won't cheat myself. I'm cheating myself. But I just there's a few things I want to just to improve the visual. But I'll get with that. I'd like to have some music running through it. But it's for a first sort of outing for me. I've really enjoyed it. And it's a bit of a mix between wargaming and role playing. And good stuff. It's all good stuff. So Marcel, tell us about your Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay.
I have it right here. That's a new, the fourth edition.
Yeah.
I must say I'm really impressed by the layout and graphics and everything. And I only read the rules, never before played it. So I'm on the same level as my 3 players. We will jump right into the action and see how it goes. And the nice thing is, because of the pandemic and everything, we are playing remotely. We are a software or virtually, however you called it. And the good thing is the publisher from the role-playing game Cubicle 7 licensed or officially made their stuff available. So it's not fan-made. First, it was fan-made for this software, but then they tailored it, and everything is there for, if you buy an adventure module, you've got all the handouts and maps and characters and everything. And it got a lot of possibilities. You can add sound effects. You got on the maps a fog of war, so you can open doors and see what's inside and surprise the players and everything. You can add weather effects like rain coming down on the map or clouds or fog. It's, yeah, I hope it's not, we agreed to just start small and then see how it goes and maybe work from there. And yeah, I got a friend from my old Warhammer group joined in from Germany, and then Nathan from Canada, and another guy from Canada I know through the challenge. And we agreed to randomly roll the characters and the rulebook award this system with extra XP. And man, I mean, it's Warhammer roleplay, so they are not warriors or anything. They are just normal people. And I really, really hope they survive the first encounter.
I can remember, you've probably seen this, but there were some brilliant published modules that came out when it first came out. The Enemy Within and Shadows over Bogenhaven, is it? Bogenhaven?
Yeah.
Brilliant stories.
Yeah, I played with my old group the first 3 volumes, so after Middenheim, and we are now starting again because they relaunched the whole campaign. And the nice thing is they don't change much as far as I can see, but for players who know the old stuff, they added little options. So that, it's not this character who is the murderer, it's completely someone else. And so you got a new twist there. So you can surprise the old veterans there. And the layout is just fantastic and everything. And I mean, they will go to the Schafsfest in Bogenhafen and see a goblin with 3 legs. What can you ask more? Yeah.
Yeah, I got them here somewhere. I can remember from really early on in my role-playing days that they were a classic campaign, The Enemy Within, Shadows over Bogenhafen, and the Call of Cthulhu, Masks of Nyarlathotep as well, which was, I don't know if you've come across Call of Cthulhu, but I've got that downstairs as well, the original. And some of the campaigns they built in the 80s were a work of art, various role-playing campaigns. And
totally.
they're the best ones. And if you're playing those, you're not going to go far wrong. It's going to be a wild ride for everybody. It'll be really good.
Yeah, they are really iconic. And I don't know why the old campaigns are still kind of the best. I don't know. I got also for Call of Cthulhu here the Horror in the Orient Express campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, it's massive, of course, but so nice detail. I mean, you're traveling through Europe and you got the menu there for every day.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But I just love the Warhammer role-playing game because it's different from the scope or perspective or even the tone of the Warhammer Fantasy battles. You're not the general. You're just a camp follower or so, yeah. And maybe if you see the first orc, maybe it's your last time. And I will keep you updated how it goes.
Oh, please do. Yeah, that would be interesting. It'd be good. I was talking with Josh about Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay a few weeks ago, and I've got real fond memories of it. And it's still a really good system, and I think you'll have a blast with that. It'll be really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, I hope so. And I got a thing going on also for the fanzine, because I really like the Mighty Empires set.
Yes.
So the campaign system. But campaigns are a lot of work sometimes, and so I just want looking for players who want to take part. So, and playing remotely the battles, I don't know how it will work out also, but I just want to do all the table rolling and kind of game mastering the stuff.
Yes.
And then for the fanzine, that was my rough idea, just write a kind of chronicle, what's happening in the empire there or in the realm of the players, just like few texts like, oh, and then the dwarf lord was killed in an epic battle and never heard again or whatsoever. And because you can use this system really to tell a story about kingdoms and realms growing and vanished. And that's the stuff I really love about all this Warhammer stuff, that it's not just points fighting against each other or even a fair scenario. I hate fair scenarios. But for this, we got all the dice rolls in the game system. That's okay. But that there's a story. So we'll see.
No, good. Good luck with that. I think that'll be excellent. That sounds really good. And you sound like you've got a nice group of players as well who are willing to, I think with role-playing in particular, it's all about everyone putting effort in. If you're a GM and you're doing all the work, it can be hard going. But if you've got players who are willing to, put some story in, put some background in, put some ideas in, and then it can be a brilliant experience, really, really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and did the postman come and deliver something special for you this week?
No. I'm devastated, Josh, to be honest. Maybe they'll send me the end of the Callum Dark story as well. I don't know. But,
you're still waiting for the, what was it, paint set with the miniature?
Yeah, the dice. Yeah, the dice set. 2 dice that come with. I could send. I've got the original Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay book that we talked about in a previous video.
Yeah.
On the back, there was a sheet you could send off to get a free pair of dice and some insight into some forthcoming products. So I'm still waiting. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Maybe some mail order troll will ring on your doorbell and just hand it you personally a little treasure chest.
Yeah, that could be quite scary. Yeah,
we found this here in the catacombs of Games Workshop.
Yeah,
I'm looking
forward to it.
Talk about scary. What's behind you on your chair, mate? Behind you there, some kind of scary looking plush toy there.
I can't see anything. What do you?
Dead set. There's some kind of creepy looking thing behind you, mate. It's big potato man.
This is Richard the Ghost.
Richard the Ghost. Okay.
Yeah, Richard, welcome. I love that. I always.
Hi, Rich.
When I'm in work. When I'm in work, people say, "What's that behind you?" And what's behind me? Yeah. But yeah, he's always there. He's there for my storytelling as well. When I do my storytelling videos, I sort of put him there. And he's from The Nightmare Before Christmas. So yeah, Mr. Oogie Boogie, is it? Yeah, Mr. Oogie Boogie. So, but that's good. Well, there we are, Josh. Have you got anything else about anything coming up this week, or any plans, or any forthcoming podcasts you want to talk about? Or?
We just recorded the one with John for Epic Warlords, covering the squats. So they'll be out hopefully in the next couple of hours or so. So that's something to look forward to. I'm in the 40K second edition painting challenge with the Cowabunga guys. The guy from Sweden. From Denmark, isn't he? Sorry. I'm always going to get those two countries mixed up. But he's organised a second edition 40K painting challenge, so I'm in that as well. So I've been busy painting up some Space Orcs. So for the challenge we're running for our Crown of Command, we've got that wrapping up, I think, today. Marcel, have you finished your entry? No, I think that's a no.
I'm close.
So that's sort of wrapping up in the next couple of days. Yeah.
He started the video saying he was doing a lot of painting, but I haven't seen anything in the last half hour.
So that'll be wrapping up for our month. So we're going to see the video coming out for that probably sometime this week of all the guys painting up all their miniatures, all their old miniatures for that as well. So that'd be quite cool. But I think that's it for now, mate. I think I've got my hands full basically. Anything for yourself?
No, I think we're still in the middle of the lockdown, so I won't be going far. You know, there's a lot of work going on as well. You know, outside of my hobby realm with work, and I'll think about next week's Rangers of Shadowdeep play. So if you watch the video, you'll find out why I've had to deviate. So yeah, but I'll try and make that as entertaining as possible. I'm still in the middle of my my Lizardmen army, and oh yeah, a bit of news. Funny, my friend Justin, hello Justin, who I mentioned quite a lot. He's 50 this year, and we were looking at going to an event, but obviously with the pandemic, we haven't been able to. But funny enough, an Old Hammer event has hopefully sprung up in Birmingham in July, run by a good friend of ours from many years ago called Alex Storch. He used to run the Warhammer forum in the UK. And I got in touch with Alex, and it looks like there's going to be a 6th edition event in Birmingham in July. So I'm working on my Lizardmen in order to get them up for that. So I've now got something to aim them for, and I work sort of better when I've got a something to look forward to, really. So I've shown you my Saurus. I've done my Stegodon. I'm working on a unit of skinks now, a big unit of ranked up skinks, which will be interesting. And then I've got the Slan to do. And then I'm going to, I'm looking at a few. I'd really like, you know, the old salamanders with the fins on them. Yeah. I'm looking for a few of those, but they're quite expensive at the moment. So if anyone knows of any that's going reasonably, let me know, because I'd like a couple of those as well. And just to, you know, expand that army a bit. Which is nice. So yeah, just a bit of painting really, and the Rangers of Shadowdeep. But it's nice to be involved with you guys as well, because I've got something to look forward to on the weekends, and it's good to see what other people are doing. And we've become truly international this week. But Josh, with a three-way Germany, Japan, and Wales. We're all over the place here today.
International triangle today. It's been good, mate. Yeah,
no,
good, so yeah.
We're trying to get a record of how many countries we can get involved, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Regarding Oldhammer events, I checked yesterday. The date is online for the Oldhammer event in Poland, and it's 1st of October, I think. Sadly, I can't go because of work, but I really hope to get to the Bring Out Your Lad event in Nottingham. I think that's beginning of August, but let's see how all this pandemic stuff goes.
That'd be great, Master. I know I got quite excited when Josh was talking on the English event, and that sounded like something really exciting. But I'd love to do the Bring Out Your Lead as well. So maybe if that happens this year, I might get up there. We can roll some dice together. You know, it'd be nice.
Oh, I take you by your word.
Yeah, that's right. I always have to win, though. If I don't win this, I'm not going to be very happy.
Bring Dick the Ghost with you, mate. Bring Dick the Ghost. He'd be a lucky charm. Okay.
Don't call him Dick. Richard is, don't insult him now.
Little bug's going to haunt me now. I shouldn't have said that, actually. Yeah, I'll take that back. I'll retract that. Sorry, Dick. It's Richard. Sorry, Richard the Ghost.
I'll send you to the post. You'll just arrive at Japan.
I'll tell you what. If I can't be there physically at the Oldhammer event, then you'll have to just take around like this tablet or computer screen of just my face. I'll be there remotely on the Wi-Fi. You need Wi-Fi, and we'll do it remotely or something like that. That'd be quite cool. Yeah. It'd be bloody insane. It'd be pretty trippy, actually. But yeah,
we'll all be at the event, and you'll be in your house crying. We'll all send photos of us drinking a beer.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. I'll be always pissed here anyway, mate. So don't worry about it. I just drank a whole glass of whiskey, so I'll be fitting right in, actually, won't I? Yeah. You get the beers in. I'll get the whiskeys in. It'll be fine, mate. It'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be great.
It'll be awesome.
We must be on time, Josh. Are we?
Mate, I think we'll wrap it up there. I think we've had a great conversation. So thank you so much, Marcel. Thank you so much, Owen. Be part of this experience again. It's always a pleasure. Two good friends. So take care, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.
That'll be great. And lovely to meet you, Marcel. Thank you very much. It's been lovely to meet you.
Likewise.
And you yourself. You take care, guys, and plus I'll see you soon. Yeah.
Yep. See you soon, mate. Okay, guys.
All
Take
right.
care. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.